For Splodinator.com, I'm Newbs, and you are?
Weskimo.
And we're back with one of our reviews.
Yep.
Where we endure games that one or the other or both of us has not previously endured.
Endure, I like that term. That's a good one for
And last time you remember, I was being taught the Halo lesson.
Halo was forced upon you,
yes. So, kind of the other gigantic exclusive franchise
the
from
swingback from Halo.
Yeah, the other Nintendo's answer to Halo, if you will. I have thrust upon you the Galaxy games for the Wii.
Yeah.
The Super Mario Galaxy games.
Yep, you did.
So we're gonna work through this, and we're gonna see what you had to say about these.
Oh yeah.
So, Galaxy 1. Now, first of all, you have very little Wii experience.
Yeah, let's start off by rounding out and reviewing what I know about Nintendo these days. Basically, I haven't owned a Nintendo. Well, I guess I had a GameCube.
Yeah.
But I didn't play the Mario games on GameCube. The last Mario game that I actually sat down and played through was Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo.
It's been a long time.
I played a little bit of the N64 Mario. I played a little bit of... actually, I never played any of the GameCube one. So,
yeah.
Yep, that's where we're at. And my Wii experience... pretty much non-existent.
You would play plenty of Smash Brothers, but that's with the GameCube
That's with
controller.
a GameCube controller and with GameCube controls. I mean, it's not. There's no motion.
And like Mario Kart, you got the classic controller. Basically, you would only experience normal controllers.
Yeah, there was no. I have no experience with the motion control.
So you
type
put
games.
the Wiimote nunchuck in your hand for the first time. So what did you think?
It was awkward. And you know what? I've got to say, as far as the Wii goes, I'm having a little trouble with it, just because. Well, I've got dogs. And two big dogs, and they kept walking in front of the screen as I'm trying to do the motion controls, and I'm like, damn it, dog, I can't do anything.
Okay, Galaxy 1, you sit down, you start playing. What's your initial impression of the gameplay?
Well, I mean, I'm used to Mario being kind of a platformer sort of thing, where you run through, you do your thing, you sit back for a couple of minutes. It's a casual game for me. So, but that whole casual thing is I'd make a random, flex my wrist or something like that the wrong way, and now all of a sudden that counts in the game, right? So that was it took a little getting adjusted to.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a little more involved.
A little bit. You have to spend a little bit more focus on it than I expected. So,
okay, that's interesting. Yes, I do find Wii games you actually have to sit up and pay attention more in other systems. That's true. Okay, well tell me about once you actually got into playing the levels, what did you think?
They were really nice. They're clean levels. I mean, lots of exploration in Galaxy 1 anyway. And you got to, move around. They taught you all these abilities. They're pretty basic, pretty much exactly like Mario's been since N64. Couple of new, like the spin. When you shake the controller, your guy spins and does things. Lots of interaction with that. That even interacts, like when you jump, you can get a little extra jump by doing the thing, and the swish and the flick for whatever. But yeah, it was the controls were actually pretty clean. Like I had no real problems with the controls. Like they were easy to pick up, easy to play with. You kind of knew the limits of where you're supposed to, or how you're supposed to jump and what you could do with it. There was never a big question of where I could go with these controls, which with Mario I find, seeing as the job is to get from point A to point B to collect something, that's pretty important to me.
Yeah, controls are really the pole that holds up the whole Mario universe, aren't they? So those have to work.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, after all these years, Nintendo's got that basically dialed in.
Right.
Because Mario's not really doing a lot different than he was.
In terms of the way the levels are structured, like the degree of their linearity versus how much exploration there is. Like, I mean, if you're coming from Super Mario World, that's pure linear.
Yeah.
And then, but if Mario 64, that's very open world.
It's a big difference.
Yeah.
Like Mario 64 played a little bit, but the Galaxy, again, big difference in the world exploration. Like we'd hit a new galaxy, and I'd actually have to get my bearings and take a look around and see what's there, see what types of enemies are there, see what types of... And every galaxy has their own little mechanics that you've got to get used to. Like they've got different vines you can climb by shaking the controller, or different, different abilities you can pick up, or something. Like there's like the bee ability or whatever the hell that is. But I mean, there's all kinds of different stuff you can pick up. The shells took some getting used to.
Yeah.
Like controlling...
Swimming
was a bitch. See, one thing I did like is the fact that there were multiple paths and multiple stars to take on each galaxy.
Sure.
So you'd start the one level, you'd just land in the same spot, but there'd be different open spaces to go to. So it's not like you were running the same level every single time. You were running the same type of level in 3 different ways or something like that in a lot of cases.
It's like that Mario 64 hub structure where you're going back and you're hitting up the same level for different little side missions.
Yeah, it was really kind of neat. It's not something I'd experienced a lot lately, so it was kind of nice to see. It was great because it didn't make you get used to a level and then move on immediately. It let you get used to how a game plays or how the section plays, and then build on that a little bit.
Yeah. And it's open as well in that you can get a couple stars in one level, you open up another level, you mine a couple stars out of there. You move around, you get your variety.
If you're like, okay, well, there's this one that's too much, I don't know, too much like having to jump around and flipping around or whatever, and you're not a big fan of that, you're gonna like, okay, get your 1 star in there. You have to. Oh, look, something else opened up. I can go get my stars somewhere else. Right.
What did you think of the gravity, like the physics of the game?
I actually found that to be incredibly refreshing. I thought that was awesome. Just how you could, the different planets were like inside of a galaxy so close together where you could jump and you could actually leave the gravity one and go closer to another one. Lots of getting pulled around by different stars and all that stuff. It was actually really kind of neat what they did with the game. I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, that was very clever.
Yeah.
So you mentioned the sounds. Now there's sounds and then there's music.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about?
The music was actually, it was good. I didn't remember a whole lot of it. There was nothing super intense about it, but it was very good background music for what was going on. And the sounds, pretty much basic Mario, haven't changed in 15,
there's the
20
woohooing
years.
and
there was no "It's a Me Mario," was there? I didn't catch
I don't
that.
believe so.
No, but in general, the Bowser, mwah, ha ha ha, the Peach, oh god, and all that stuff. It's all the same. So it was really, I know Mario tries really hard to stick true to the franchises, so it really did that. So there's not much else to say. It's not a negative comment that it was the typical sounds. Yeah. It's just very typical Mario sounds.
So the music in these games is held up.
True.
To, kind of the general reviewer idea of this music is that this is like the best music. Like they finally put orchestrated music in a Nintendo game for one.
That's true.
This music really.
Maybe it's just because I'm not used to the other Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Where I know where the sound would be maybe subpar.
Right.
Like this was pretty. It was good music. Like, and again, it's nothing that stood out to me, but that's because I maybe didn't notice the increase in quality.
Yeah. I think you want to tell me about the story. I have this sense.
It's the same goddamn story as every other Mario game. And I think that after 20 plus years of Mario saving the fucking princess, they'd have some better guards or something.
I see. Yes.
Like, really, Princess Peach gets kidnapped. It must be like once a year. Does he show up at the same time every year and kidnap
it might be an
her?
annual event. I don't know.
Fuck.
Yeah. Well, this time he took the whole castle, so he was really. This was a major effort from Bowser this time.
Well, he had a whole year to plan it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but it's the same, and every time it's almost they act like it's the first time it's ever happened, but then even one of the your mail carrying Toad even just says, "Oh, Princess Peach is always so nice, even when she's kidnapped," implying that she's always fucking kidnapped. Like
at least 3 months a year. Right?
Yeah, just. Get all the Toads together, witch hunt down Bowser, kill him already.
But they do have that other princess in there.
Yes, who looks remarkably like Princess Peach.
Rosalina.
Like, what the hell? Like, do they not have other designs for princesses?
But she's got her own motivations,
She does. But I was really... The whole time, I'm expecting some kind of Zelda Chic moment where it's actually Princess Toadstool and you're fucking managing your ship for you. Because I was just... They look the same.
So let's move on to Galaxy 2 then.
Okay.
And here they really did strip the story down to absolutely nothing.
Oh my god, it's not even it's not even that they stripped down the story. It's the same game as Galaxy 1. Like they don't even make reference to the fact that the Power Stars have been stolen before or that they were. It's like they just hit the reset button and did a revamp.
Yes.
Like it didn't make any sense to me because I'm like, okay, well, when are they it's just you even run up and the stars are falling the same way they were in Galaxy 1, except they made that level even shorter too.
It's pretty much a level pack for Galaxy 1.
Like it's like you downloaded the DLC, except
Right.
you didn't have to download it. They just sold you a new disc.
So what are the differences to you?
Going into Galaxy 2, instead of the hub, they've got the world map. So you're on your little planet, which for some reason, without you asking, they agree to reshape the whole planet, which is a ship, to look like your head. And then the flying head just moves around like you do in any other Mario side-scroller game. Like you hit the world map, you enter level 3-1, and then you enter world 3, level
Right.
2 kind of thing, right?
It's the super basic linear world map.
Yeah.
We've removed the hub. Now
Yeah.
it's just the linear set of
Yeah,
level.
but it's still got you can go into a level several times, so you can get used to a different galaxy and then play it 2 or 3 times for
But
different
less
stars.
so.
Less so. There were a couple that I saw that were only like 1 star.
Right.
And that's
And I
pretty
think-
rare in Galaxy 1.
I think they're generally like 3 stars. Galaxy 1 is like 6 or something. So, yeah, it's definitely, you get a lot less of each level, but there are more levels.
Yeah. I found that there was less exploring to do. Like the
Yeah.
levels themselves seemed actually more linear.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one way to do everything. That's
Right.
it. Like Galaxy 1, you were able to, maybe get up a hill a different way or go around the other side of the planet to jump off it that way. Things like that, with the exception of like the star transports that jump you from section to section. Galaxy 1 gave you a lot of freedom.
So, do you want to give these games a score then?
All right. Galaxy 1, I'm going to have to give the 4.
Mhm.
It's a sound game. Almost deserves a little bit more, but I don't think we really deal in quarter stars. So, but it's very much lived up and exceeded the expectations I had going into it. Mario 64, I never really got into very much, so I'm not left with a lot of great feelings in the Mario universe. So this was actually a nice surprise. Galaxy 2, gonna have to drop to a 3. It's
Okay.
a sound game, like mechanically, as you were saying before, but it's just not it's not exceptional anymore.
Right.
Like
There's no innovation.
they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like you can't just do the same game every single time. Oh wait.
Yeah. You can tell that to more than a few
Let's-
developers
yeah,
there.
let's-
All right. So, I guess that's it then.
Yep.
Once again, give us your game suggestions. What do you want us to play?
Yep.
Torture ourselves with or enjoy, possibly.
Yeah.
That might even happen. And, definitely subscribe. Give us the old thumbs up there.
Lots of thumbs up.
And let us know what you think of Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2.